What's going on, Scorpios? This is your boy Brandon with Wow Intuitive, Universal Ascendant, here to give you an energetic chakra reading for the dates of July 8th to July 14th. Hopefully we'll be able to give you a bit of information about your chakras and energetic state of being that maybe can help you pass this week and take you for maybe a couple of weeks or a couple of months or so. But without further ado, let's get into the reading. I don't want to waste anybody's time, and I'm glad you're here. All right, what good information do we have for Scorpio for the dates of July 8th through July 14th? We have good advice for Scorpio dates of July. Oh, there we go. I like to shuffle until a card pops out. All right, so your first card. This is a big one for everybody, especially during this time while we have these energetic kind of tidal waves coming through. Emotional balance is what's going to keep us grounded, what's going to keep us high vibe, what's going to keep us bringing positivity and light into the world. Scorpios, you can be a bit tough on people. You can be fair, very fair, but when somebody deserves to get your wrath, you go 150. So be mindful of keeping that balance. Just because you can doesn't mean that you should. Just because you have every right to chew somebody's ass out doesn't mean that you should. Maybe you should just go to them and be like, hey, you're an asshole, and then leave it at that. Sometimes short, quick, and sweet. Excuse my language, this is a very adult channel. S-bombs and F-bombs may fly occasionally, all right? But don't worry, we're still gonna get the message out there nice and clean for you, okay? But keep your emotional balance, keep that rage in check. Scorpios can be some of the most graceful people on the planet sometimes, but when they get riled up, they turn into a tornado, going for one thing. So that's a very, or whatever is in their sights, they're gonna tear that thing apart. So Scorpios, beware your emotional balance in the upcoming week, as well as until the end of this cycle of retrogrades and eclipses and blah blah blah. It's going to be everybody running into everybody else's emotions, and most people are going to be stuck in those emotions as well. So maybe you'll be able to give them that ping right out of there and help them to boost themselves up. So keep an eye on your emotional balance, your responses, how you're reacting to things. Try to go internal and say to yourself, should I react like this? And turn that scope around. Say, if somebody else were coming at me like this, would I appreciate that? Think about that sometimes, okay? And that'll keep your balances in check. You can still get at somebody without being a complete, menace to the environment, okay? So just keep yourself calm, cool, collective. Use that calm, use that like before a scorpion strikes, that pose, it's there until it's sure you're not coming. So just keep your zen, keep that, I'll wait for you to come close enough for me to knock you out. Stay that way, okay? Love you guys. All right, so watch your emotional balance. Let's pull another one. Wow, some of these cards. Forgiveness. Looks like so far a lot of my Scorpios out there need to work on their heart chakra. I'm sure there's been a lot of people pissing you off lately, doing things that you do not appreciate or that bring you out of your comfort zone. Being able to forgive those people is really big. I'm not saying that you have to go and get on your knees and baby, please, but find it within yourself to say, I forgive them. I may not have to speak to them ever again. I don't even have to be nice to them, but I forgive them for whatever they've done. I don't want them to get hit by the bus, okay? So let's work on our forgiveness. That emotional balance is what's going to allow you to do that. Let's see if we can pull some cards that's going to help you with that emotional balance and that forgiveness. All right, here's going to be another one for you guys. Your dreams. You don't have to be so fastidious that you're writing everything about every dream down, trying to remember every little detail, trying to divine every little thing that goes on in them. But if you wake up and you remember a dream, Usually you want to kind of contemplate why you remember that dream, because usually most people forget their dreams as soon as they wake up. A couple of minutes, brush their teeth, and it's gone. But some of those dreams, as you're brushing your teeth, it all floods back, and you're like, "Whoa, that was either a really cool dream, weird dream, or whatever dream, scary dream sometimes." But pay attention. Sometimes it's the smallest detail that'll paint the broadest stroke. Okay. Use your dreams to your advantage, because a lot of information is passed from your ancestors, from your spirit guides, through your dreams. That's the time when all your barriers, your defenses are down. We're at our most vulnerable when we sleep, and that's energetically as well as physically. So remember that, and use that to your advantage to get all the information that you can from these wise sages who know everything that we don't, or most of the things that we don't, I should say. But use your dreams to your advantage. A lot of good information is held in them, and even if you don't immediately go online or go to somebody to try to figure out what it all means, timing is fluid. So it may come back a year later, like somebody is talking about something, and you're like, "Holy crap! I had that exact same dream, or had that exact same kind of, or close to that same kind of experience," and that opens whole avenue of information for you. So be mindful of your dreams, okay, loves? Oh boy, it just keeps coming up. This is the emotional balance is your heart chakra. That's what gives you your ability to love. With your emotions, that has more to do with your sacral, which is just below the heart, or excuse me, it's below the solar. But that's what's going to keep your creativity flowing, and that might even be what's going to be your avenue to creating that emotional balance, is adding something creative into your life. I like to tell people, you can go and take a piece of a napkin and draw a circle with curly hair, and you've created. You're done for the day. You've done your part to create something that wasn't there before. And that's all it takes sometimes to get you in a different state of mind to what you were previously. Just making a silly little picture sometimes will bring you out of that state of this into a state of, you know what, I can do this. So keep your emotions on your side. Make sure that you're expressing yourself in productive ways. My Scorpios, like I said, you guys can be fair, but when you lash out, sometimes you go extra hard because you can, not because you should. And what did we say earlier? Just because you can doesn't mean you should. So be careful, all right, love? Keep your balance. It's easy to deny somebody else, but it is the most difficult thing, and it's an admirable thing for somebody to deny themselves. Okay. Now, you guys in this heart chakra, so this is going to assist you coming up too, is your compassion. It's going to be your compassion, your ability to put yourself in the other person's shoes, that's going to bring that emotional balance in. That's going to keep you from blowing up, even though you have every right to, but you don't have to. Having that compassion is what's going to make you take a step back and say, you know what, I can get my point across in 5 words or less, or I can tell them what I need them to know without getting out of my character, out of my state of calm and happy. I can still express myself in a constructively critical way without bashing that person or coming at them in a very aggressive manner. Find that. That's going to be very powerful for you, especially, I guess, in this coming week. There's going to, like I said, the emotions from everyone else besides you is in chaos right now. But it's not that you guys are calm and collected like my Libras, but Scorpio is very aware of its environment and reacts to things accordingly. It's just that sometimes it goes really, really hard on what it's reacting to. So be careful of over-emoting, overreacting, maybe even underreacting or under-emoting. That can be a problem too if you're not giving enough of yourself to somebody who needs it. So be mindful of these things in the coming weeks, months. It should be very beneficial to you to be compassionate as much as you can, to try to put yourself into other people's shoes as often as possible. And that's going to also expand your mind and keep you sharp in your third eye, okay? Let's pull another one. Woo. Root chakra, home. What I'm tapping into is a lot of homes right now are very, even if they are stable and calm to the untrained eye, beneath the surface there may be simmering a bit of uncomfortability, something that's just not right. And it's not necessarily, even if there is a problem directly between you and somebody else in your home, more than likely the tension, the drama, the whatever is going on between you and that other group or person is probably being caused by all this swirling stuff going on in the universe right now. What this is allowing people to do is speak their truth a lot more loudly and clearly than they could before. A lot of people were wearing masks before this energetic wave hit over the past couple of years, but that energetic wave washed away those masks, broke them in half, and shattered, sent them to the bottom to deteriorate or just never come back to the surface again. But that's what's causing a lot of strife. So if at all possible, use your stern action to bring people back into a state of wait, let's just calm down. If Scorpio is telling everybody to take it back a notch, I guarantee they will. And that's going to help you develop your root chakra, keep you grounded, is making sure that your home is as harmonious as possible. Make sure that nobody is trying to not be a part of the band, okay? And if they are being like that, then use your scorpionic powers to sit them in a corner, or to sit them at a table, back them in a corner, in a table, and ask them what the problem is. You can do that, but make sure you're keeping your emotions out of it if you do that. Don't get wrathful. Don't get angry and upset and try to solve a problem. Be calm, collected, in your scorpionic best, and settle your disputes. All right? Let's pull one more from the bottom for you guys. Whew. Self-esteem. One thing I like about this card is just how beautiful I feel by looking at her feeling beautiful in a field of flowers. And there's nobody there to see what she's doing. She's just she's just in the moment. She's feeling good about herself, and nothing else matters. It wouldn't even matter if somebody else was in that field. They would still give that same pose and say, oh, get like me. Use your self-esteem to your advantage. What a lot of this energy is allowing us to do is go internally and figure out what we don't like about ourselves and what we do. So we're discovering our self-worth. Use that to your advantage. Somebody says that I'm ugly, I'm gonna be like, well, at least I got two eyes. Anytime somebody says anything about you, you can say the dumbest thing in your head, and I guarantee you it'll make you not care about what that other person just said, because whatever they just said sounded just as stupid as what you did, and you were trying. All right? So use your self-esteem to your advantage, Scorpio. Don't get caught up in bringing yourself down like you're not perfect. You'll never be this. You'll never be that. You will be everything that you want to be as long as you're trying to be. If you're only giving it a half-assed effort, you're going to get half-assed results. All right? So make sure you're giving it that full scorpionic effort that you guys do. But make sure you're not putting too much of your emotions into the problems in your life. Give it what it needs, but don't go full wrath on anybody, especially in the upcoming months, pretty much until the end of this energetic cycle is done. because like I said, it's going to create some, people are going to be flying out of, like, the people are going to be coming out of their face with some wild shit, and you're going to hear it and you're going to be like, what? And it's going to get you into that, you guys move, and stay away from that. Or if you find yourself caught in that, use your own powers to push yourself into a new direction. Walk away from it, or say something silly that gets you into a better spirit to just walk away from it. Okay? Well, I love you guys. Thank you for stopping by my channel to do this reading. I thank you guys, my spirit guides, ancestors, your ancestors and spirit guides, the universal creator, for bringing us all together for this little moment here. I'll try to make this a weekly thing so that I can bring as much assistance to you guys as I can. If I skip a week every once in a while, forgive me, because sometimes I don't feel like doing anything, or I might be busy or whatever. There's a bunch of different factors that can factor into missing a week, but I will do my best to keep up as much as I can. And the next time, take care of each other as best as you can, as much as you can. I love you guys and can't wait to talk to you again. Namaste.